Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Sporty stream, everybody. How's it going? My name is Sporty FC. It's nice to see you all. Welcome, 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 welcome. By the way, thank you, Flash Bandy, for the follow. Before I was able to be here, but I noticed. Don't worry, I noticed. Like I hear my alerts. It's nice to see you all here tonight, as we've got an exceptional series here. Dayton Flyers Blue versus Knights of Chaos for Los Champs. We saw last week Knights of Chaos. They won their matchup in a sweep. As for the Dayton Flyers, actually, what are my thoughts on bread? That's an interesting one. You have asked the right person about bread, though. One of my favorite foods is pasta. You have asked me. I love bread. Anything with carbs, I'll eat it. I love bread. I love it. You've asked the right person for opinions on bread. I love everything about it. Anyways, you guys are sidetracking me. But again, week 1 we saw Knights of Chaos win 3-0 for Dayton Flyers. Look at their matchup. Where are they? Oh, it might be the wrong week. The Dayton Flyers. Here we go. Let's take a look at their team page. Oh, I can take a look at it. Recent matches. Oh, they didn't have to play one, I guess. Anyways, or the site's not working correctly, but who cares? Again, both teams are 1-0. That's all that matters. Both teams have won before. Both teams have done what they need to do to get to this point in the stage. I'm going to try to get you guys info on how they won. Again, I saw Knights of Chaos last week. We saw them, if you guys were here with me, as they won their series 3-0. They had a dominant win, but of course, still work to be done. As I'll make sure to set up a prediction poll for all of you enjoyers of this one. As again, a pretty big matchup here for both these teams. It's 3 wins and you're into the next round. Again, it's a Swiss stage essentially. A little weird because they don't actually have like a physical bracket of it, but it's essentially a Swiss stage. It's the best way I can define it. As again, we're gonna go in here. These are both the teams here playing tonight. Again, Dayton Flyers Blue, Knights of Chaos. Knights of Chaos are an organization I'm familiar with. I am partnered with them. I have worked with them before. Again, including last week when they had their win. Now in this 3v3 league, they're looking for another here against Dayton Flyers. So here we go, Dayton Flyers. Oh yeah, week 1 they swept their opponents. Interesting, both these teams had sweep wins. And will be playing against each other. Yeah, it's tough for me to find what happened in the weeks before, because it's tough to find that kind of stuff. Again, big matchup here. Prediction poll is also up, by the way. For any of you, I know there's a good amount of Knights of Chaos fans that go nutso here, so here's your time to go crazy and vote for who you think will win. As for me, this will be my time to talk to you about both these teams. Again, I know Knights of Chaos. They didn't Flyers Blue, though. They won their first week in a sweep. Again, I'm still trying to find who they beat. Actually, we can go back to week 1. Actually, let's take a look at week 1. Dayton Flyers Blue, they swept Infinite Inferno in week 1. Knights of Chaos, they swept Nola Flight Nebula. As a follow coming in from It's Ghost, thank you Ghost for the follow, welcome. We're only now 6 followers away from 1k followers. We're not going to be hitting 1k subs that soon. That's going to take a little longer before we hit there. But again, only 6 followers away. We're so close to 1k followers. I know we can hit it. Actually, I haven't had a plan of what I should do with 1k. What I'll probably do is I'll probably just ask on Twitter. Ask SportyFCRL, by the way. Go follow that Twitter. What we should do for 1k. As, again, it's going to be an interesting best of 5 coming up. I do like the voting coming in. Again, both info has been sent to both these teams, so should be able to join soon. As again, we are waiting on both these teams. As soon as they're both ready, we'll be good to go. As, again, that prediction poll closing here. We got 2.5 minutes left, so you still have time, but you don't want to wait too long, or else you won't be able to predict anymore. And that would be a shame, wouldn't it? As again, just around. Again, welcome all of you who are joining here for this matchup. We're going to take a look at our schedule here for later today. This is what we got going. That is incorrect. That is not the right time. Let me fix that. There we go. That makes a little more sense. Again, after this matchup, we might be going to a bit of a break. We'll be followed up by New Age Dragons vs Omega Academy, and then we'll have it later tonight as Astral Bebop Ignition Academy. For some more series here. As again, thank you all so much for voting. Keep voting, keep voting. Want to see it all. Yes, let me also find another place. Again, we're just waiting for everybody to be ready here. That's why I'm kind of focused right now on making sure that we get this matchup started. As again, it will be a best of 5. I always gotta mention that it's going to be a best of 5. Winner of this will go 2-0 in the season. I have my doubts that any of these teams are going to sweep each other, though. I have a feeling that we're not going to see any of them sweep the other. Although that could happen. Who knows? I don't know Dayton Flyers Blue that well, so who knows? Maybe eventually they do come out and they get their second sweep in the season. That would be impressive. Again, both these teams want to go 3-0, get themselves good seeding into the playoffs. Again, it's a Swiss stage, so they need 3 wins to go through. 3 losses and they're out. Although that's unlikely for both these teams as they've had such successful week 1s. Again, we'll be waiting for them both. The lobby info has been sent to them. Because we're very close to match start time. Again, as soon as they join on in, we'll be good to go. We'll get the series started. You just need to wait for them. Oh, again, hopefully everybody's doing well. I just came off of a long 3-day weekend for schooling. Now I'm back into it. Hopefully everybody's having a little easier than I am. All the assignments coming back in. It doesn't make things easy. Prediction poll has closed, by the way, so let's take a look at the predictions here. Okay, it's very heavily in favor of Knights of Chaos. I'm not surprised with the amount of Knights of Chaos fans that it generally seems to be. And with the amount of support they bring. Usually, what I see from Knights of Chaos is overwhelming support for their organization. As again, we'll be waiting. I know Knights of Chaos are here. They should be joining the lobby anytime soon. Dayton Flyers, Blue should also be joining. Dayton Flyers Blue of the Dayton University or Dayton College. Is it Dayton College? It's Dayton College, I think. There's a difference. Dayton College. My apologies there. How's it sounding, everybody? Is it sounding good as well on your side? Hopefully everything's good to go. Again, we're just waiting on both these teams. As soon as they join on in, we'll get this best of 5 started. We have a good amount of time, though. We can wait a little bit. Again, next series after this one will not be for another hour and a half. So we have a good amount of time to wait. I'm going to message one of these teams, make sure that they are joining. As, again, we're waiting for both these teams. Again, apologies there on the bit of a delay here for these teams, but it does happen. And again, I don't have a problem with waiting for them. Hopefully, you all are happy with looking at at Manfield Night for a little bit while we are here waiting. As soon as everybody joins, again, we'll get the series started. Not really much else I can say though, other than again, I've seen Knights of Chaos. They're a very aggressive team. The question with the Knights of Chaos, in every single match, I see them, and the reason I'm talking about them is because I know this team. I've seen them play so often. They're a strong team. They have really good chemistry. The mechanics of theirs has been a weakness, as well as their defense. Their defense has its issues. Again, with their high strong offense, they need to score a good amount of goals if they want to take wins. Last week, while it was a sweep, it did come off the back of multiple overtime wins. They're not going to have that same kind of result here against Dayton Flyers if they aren't able to continue to elevate that play. Again, for the Dayton Flyers, they swept on their own side. I wasn't able to get to see that match, so can't say much about it, but I'm sure there are many reasons that they have won their matchup as well. I'm sure there's things that they want to work on. And we're still nobody's joined. Yeah, now I'm starting to be a little concerned. I'm actually a little concerned here because we might be having some issues. I'm hoping that's not the case. You have a slight issue? What's your issue? There, my friend. What's your issue there? Squints. Or, Frosted Fires, I know you. Or... what's the, issue that you have? Yeah, I'm gonna reset the lobby here. I'm gonna do that just because that might be what our issue is, who knows. That doesn't hurt. It does not hurt to do this. Okay, there we go. Lobby's been recreated. We'll see if that fixes anything. You can't log into your other account. Did you forget it's like password? You can do a password recovery on Twitch, I think, if that's what you're having issues with. It might be. You might have to do like a password recovery. See if maybe that's what your issue is. If it's a password thing, you're gonna have to recover that password. There they are. There's Knights of Chaos. I was wondering for a second if you're just like if they like couldn't join the lobby, but no, they can. Now we'll be waiting on Dayton Flyers Blue. I have pinged them, so we'll see how long it takes for them to respond. But there's Knights of Chaos. Again, I don't mind waiting. We can wait a little bit. It's not a big deal for me. Both teams 1-0. Winner of this will go 2-0. We will give Dayton Flyers some time here to, in the lobby. I'll give them. I don't know how much time I should give them, but for most leagues it's around 15 minutes. They should be able to join by like 15 minutes after match start time. That's generally pretty true for most teams. And I haven't heard anything from either of these teams, so probably nothing bad's happening. I see the water break there. Let me get it. Thank you. Gotta stay hydrated. Really antsy actually for this series because, you know, I don't know how tough. I don't know how good Dayton Flyers are. That's kind of a fun thing about kind of commentating new teams is that you don't know how good they are. You don't know how they're going to play, and it's kind of a unique experience, especially when they're playing teams that you do know pretty well, like Knights of Chaos. I've seen this team many times before. I'm here to readily admit that. They are a team that is on this stream often. We're just waiting for them. Dayton Flyers. Not in it just yet. We're just waiting on all of them. And it's unfortunate that we have to wait here a little bit for Titanium Turtle's team of Dayton Flyers to join in. By the way, it's represented by Titanium Turtle, Benny and Luke, and Masashi Kumin. It's Chaos represented by Flips Sliderson. Almost said Flip Sliderson. That's not how you pronounce his name. Mayhem and Meatman. As we might as well go back to this head-to-head. It's better look at it this way, anyways. Again, apologies on the issues we're currently having here with getting Dayton Flyers to join. As again, having some issues here with receiving lobby info. As we found the issue, apparently. It seems like the Titanium Turtle, captain of Dayton Flyers, cannot see the lobby info I sent him, so... As again, it seems like here's what the plan is right now. I'm trying to see if Knights of Chaos can send on the lobby info instead, then, because it seems like even though I've sent the info, that Titanium Turtle cannot get it, and it cannot be able to read it. So we're trying to see if Knights of Chaos can send the info for them. Again, apologies for this delay. This was completely unexpected. Again, I continue to message people about this. And again, as soon as they join, we'll get the series started. It's alright, it's okay if we have a bit of a delay. Not an issue. Again, thank you all so much for sticking around, though. While, again, we currently tackle this problem. As we just wait for Dayton Flyers Blue to join. Again, represented by the roster of Titanium Turtle, Benny and Luke, and Masashi Kumin. Knights of Chaos will be Flip Sliderson, Mayhem Meatman. Same roster that's been playing together for a while. As there they are. Well, fortunately enough, their issues are now seem to be gone. They're in the lobby. As good luck to both these teams. Best of 5. Here we go. Dayton Flyers Blue versus the Knights of Chaos. And of course, bad timing. As soon as that happens, Titanium Turtle now has messaged me that he can see the info. So that's bad timing, unfortunately, for us. That will delay the match a couple, like 10 minutes. But and we're good. We've got everything fixed up here. Here's our best of 5. Knights of Chaos. A rarity that they're on the orange side of the field. Usually they're on the blue. Interesting to see them on a different team color. That doesn't usually change much about teams, but teams do have preferences. I've actually never asked them what their preference is on team colors. I've been something that has really crossed my mind, but it does. A lot of teams talk about it. A lot of teams do have preferable team colors. Generally, I see teams prefer blue over orange. Of course, saying that, people also tend to like blue maybe more. Maybe they have better blue decals. I've never really seen team color ever matter that much for a team's success. Maybe we'll see a change here with the Knights of Chaos. Maybe orange is the color, who knows? I mean, so far they've had a pretty good run of success recently. And qualified for the second stage of the Illusion February Eclipse tournament. As well as obviously getting their first win on LOS champs while being the blue side, so maybe that will help them out. Obviously, with that, though, came some losses. They lost in their first week of the Skyward series. Of course, they are looking to regain from that loss. As Meatman from the sidewall looking in field, Titanium Turtle will try to clear it out, but Mayhem back towards net. It's a slow shot. Double commit from Dayton Flyers. Flip. Couldn't put it in towards net. Titanium Turtle will try to clear it out. Meatman in field. Mayhem, no shot there. Saved by Masashi. Dayton Flyers will clear the danger away. Head to Chaos. Defense is something that they have struggled with. Again, I think their offense is a lot stronger than their defense. Something that has been an issue for this team has been their defense, especially whenever a mechanical player is playing against them. They seem to have issues with containing that. As a pinch there from Masashi. Off the corner, Meatman doesn't get the touch here, and now it's for Benny and Luke. That will go in. Knights of Chaos were a little too slow to address the actual danger in front of them. Both Meatman and Flip Sliderson were rotating on the wrong side of the field. With a bad touch from Meatman, giving it away, Benny and Luke will score first for Dayton Flyers Blue. It was a slow start for both these teams. Now that everything has started to open up, maybe that can help them out a little more. Flip Sliderson towards the sidewall. Meatman, no touch in field, now bumping Titanium in front of the net. Miss! Musashi, oh my goodness, he's just put it in his own net. Dayton Flyers Blue, with all the great work they've done, now finding themselves in a weird situation where they've now undone all that work. A demo from Meatman will create the chaos, and he also bumps Benny and Luke. And Masashi, I don't know if we just didn't see his net through that smoke there, but somehow he dribbles the ball and he hits it twice towards his net. It's a chaos. I mean, they'll take any goal they can get, especially when they're in a losing position. As now a miss from Masashi. Mayhem, a 50-50 won't go through. Will favor the Dayton Flyers. We're more willing to go up here on offense. That one off the back wall. Mayhem trying to receive it. Gets bumped along the way. Now a miss. Benny and Luke saved by Meatman. In front, Masashi. His touch is weak. And so far, the Dayton Flyers, with a lot of success so far in this really aggressive offensive stance where they put in these really high pressing 50-50s. As a Chaos right now just feel like a little bit slower than their usual self. And I think a lot of that slowness comes from the Dayton Flyers not letting them have that space that they're used to having. At least from last week, they had space to break out of defense. This week, Dayton Flyers trying to give them none of that. That's now 50-50. Flip. Out the sidewall, 50-50, and again, just a little too slow here from the Knights of Chaos. As they're getting pressed on defense. Another dunk in front. Flip will get the touch. Meatman trying to challenge, and now towards the midfield, Mayhem. Putting on no boost, Flip Sliderson, the Meatman. Back in field for Mayhem. And this team passing play won't really matter all that much because Knights of Chaos can't get the ball out. Meatman. Now Mayhem. The danger isn't cleared yet. Flip Sliderson. Titanium Turtle puts it back all the way to his back wall. Second touch. What is the average rank in this league? Well, it depends what tier you're talking about. This tier, though, I actually can't tell you exactly, but I believe I'd have to check on this one. Because it is in the rules, but there's no average rank for this one. There's different tiers. This one is in tier 4. There are some that go down to tier 6, some that have tier 1, which is the highest level, which is basically SSL level. It goes to the lowest, which is around like diamond level. This is around tier 4. This is around like mid champ, I think. If I had to take a guess, like this is around like champ 1, champ 2 level. And that's my best guess estimate. As right now, more offense from Dayton Flyers, but again, still, the shots from them haven't been that threatening. As a Chaos, despite having to play so much defense, have done well at making sure that they don't make mistakes. As now, here comes the heavy press. Final seconds of regulation here in Game 1. Massive clear from Flip Sliderson. Down the field. Benny and Luke will get a touch, but Meatman willing to challenge. Puts it infield from Mayhem. Miss here in front. It will hit the ground before anybody gets a touch on it. And we'll go to overtime. Knights of Chaos have been here before. Multiple times. Last series, they had to go there twice. With Game 2 off of a 0-second goal scored by Flip Sliderson. Game 3 off a 0-second goal scored against Flip Sliderson. And Mayhem. And Meatman. And everybody on the Knights of Chaos now on overtime. Here's an open net for Meatman. His shot is weak. A real opportunity there. And just when you require a strong shot, Meatman hits it with his purse. Another attempt. That one turned away. Meatman now infield. Flip Sliderson. Boost becoming a bit of a concern for him now as he's run to 0. Infield pass. Sashi with the save. Mayhem not afraid to go for this one. Challenges infield. Still 50-50s. That's a Chaos though. Backing away. The boost is not become their best friend. Although maybe a second touch. You hit it, but it won't go on target. Titanian Turtle. Finds an opening in the midfield, but Meatman will look for a clear. Benny and Luke towards the corner. Dayton right now trying to suffocate the Knights of Chaos. While that suffocation has benefited them to have the offense, there's something that is great in overtime to not have to worry about playing defensively. They just have had really big issues with scoring. Only one goal in the countless amount of time that they've been playing up this high. And one goal coming off of a mistake in general. This is definitely an issue for Dayton Flyers. Because the good thing is they've gotten their offense, but what do they make of it? And ultimately is a much more important question here in how a team is successful than getting that pressure in the first place. There's now Benny shot, saved by Meatman. Off the back wall, follow-up play. Mayhem will get past 2 players entirely. Meatman up the field. Mayhem looking for a demo, but maybe it was a misplaced timing for that. No one was there for the shot. As now Mayhem keeps it up. Upfield, Knights of Chaos. When do they start to get a bit desperate? Generally, teams that play this much defense get a bit overzealous at times. Especially when they get those chances. But Mayhem here with the dribble. Not past 2. Meatman trying to get the clear, but again, low boost. And now Flip Sliderson won't beat Masashi. And that will be the goal for Dayton Flyers Blue. You thought it was going to come at some point. There it comes. It came off a bit of a weak touch from Meatman, and so far this game, I mean, you could never really doubt Dayton Flyers. Sure, their offense was incredibly inefficient. But what was more important about it was that they were able to not let go too often. Knights of Chaos, they need to stop this kind of pressure. If they want to be successful, they need to have more than what they've had here. They need to be able to press up, and they especially need to get the ball out of their half. So far, it's just too predictable and too slow. Dayton Flyers stealing the boost away from the Knights of Chaos. Again, it's just too predictable here. Knights of Chaos, their play out of defense is clearing it or putting in dribbles. And right now, Dayton Flyers just take away the boost for both of those. And the Knights of Chaos are left with nothing. This is where the Knights of Chaos can really find time to make adjustments. With how difficult this game has been for them. Last game has been for them. This is a game where they have to make changes. I mean, it just didn't look good for them in Game 1. That much defense is not healthy. As now in field, Flip Sliderson will save. As now everybody in Knights of Chaos is committed up here. Only one back. Titanian. Meatman will try to clear it out, but again, Knights of Chaos need to find ways to do it consistently and do it where they have the boost to continue to play offense. Last game, they could have very easily have been kept to 0 goals. They're in field now. Double commit. Now Flip Sliderson will leave the play. Meatman with the dunk. Titanian in front of the nets. Second touch not good. Masashi with the clear, but Flip Sliderson, he can't put it on target. Into Chaos. The offense, again, is just a lot of heavy hits, heavy touches. And Dayton Flyers are fine with that. They They're a team that can play in the air. They can play with those touches. Knights of Chaos need to find those demos. That's going to be what will work for them. This is a team that builds themselves off of demos, and last game only had maybe 1 or 2 of them. The entirety of the over 7-minute duration. This game, do a little better at that. There's a demo from Mayhem. Flip Sliderson, his shot is weak. Better than nothing to have a demo, but still, just not what they need on offense. Those demos, though, going to be the keys to success for Knights of Chaos if they ever become successful in games such as these. There's now Meat Man off the sidewall, looking in field. No one going to touch it. Man will jump. He'll tap it back towards Flip Sliderson, who will lob it downfield off the back wall. No one can read it. In front, that's the clear, but Meat Man now off the back. Cleared by Benny and Luke. Offense still Knights of Chaos, but now they've given the ball away. But this play, Masashi, a horrible clear. That will create a chance. Mayhem off the back wall. Benny and Luke off to the side. The danger kept away for the time being for Dayton Flyers, but still attacking the Knights of Chaos. Haven't played so much defense last game. They want to flip the narrative around. Meat Man dropped down. Still saved. Dayton Flyers just packing the nets. And the demos aren't coming from the Knights of Chaos. The 2 for Oxide who are trying to take the boost, and them, it shouldn't be their prime priority. Their prime priority should be getting offense where they can get shots that are going on weaker nets. Right now, Dayton Flyers, they are happy to keep many players back, but here's a mistake. Flip Sliderson will score. Dayton Flyers have been almost perfect so far, but that one, an unforced double commit. Knights of Chaos will take it. With how low scoring these games are going to be, every goal like that, it matters. Every mistake has so much importance. 50-50, Flip Sliderson to the sidewall, demoed along the way. Infield pass, stopped by Benny and Luke. That was a dribble, Meat Man with the dunk. Around the back wall, Meat Man with the demo, creating an opportunity. Cleared away by Benny and Luke, who seems to be there when his team needs him on defense. Now Mayhem's found himself overcommitting. Knights of Chaos get back in time. No double commit here from Dayton Flyers on midfield. Maybe they've been able to fix that issue. But now, down in front, Flip Sliderson saves it. Off the sidewall for Meat Man. Meat Man down the wing. Knights of Chaos. Again, a very much, their offense is a lot of try again. And again, there's still issues with it, but they hold the lead right now. They held the lead last game, though, so they're still very much in jeopardy of losing that lead. Playing that Dayton Flyers know very well. As now in front, Titanian couldn't put it on net. Knights of Chaos having issues beating this Dayton Flyers team in the air. An uncommon thing for Knights of Chaos. They're known to be very grounded. Their aerial game, again, has its weaknesses. Their overall mechanical play is not very strong. It's not their strong point, again. They're more of a brute force kind of team. Demoing players out of the way. Right now, they have to deal with these high plays off the back wall. But a clear from Meat Man will help them out. Mayhem pinching towards the net. Going in. Meat Man in front. Titanian cleared away by Benny. Flip Sliderson towards. Titanian Turtle will get it away, but back on defense, Dayton. They miss here. Mayhem to double the lead. Knights of Chaos hope that goal can cement themselves in Game 2 here as victors. Still 29 seconds remaining. With how low scoring these games have been, and how Dayton Flyers Blue only able to score 2 goals the last game off of a long overtime. Knights of Chaos would be pretty confident with a lead like this. Defense. The aim of the Knights of Chaos right now. Every clear is important for them. As now towards the net. Man looking for a bump on Titanian. He just barely gets to it. Running a certain third goal from going in, but ultimately Knights of Chaos will take Game 2 anyways, as their lead insurmountable with no time remaining. And they found an answer back to Dayton Flyers Blue. It wasn't a pretty answer. It's not the answer they want, but their offense, this game, kind of flipped the tables on it. Their offense didn't change, but their defense definitely did. They prevented a lot more of the shooting opportunities here for Dayton Flyers. Only one shot for the Dayton Flyers, whereas last game had very few. We'll go to game 3. As here we go, game 3 for match point. I did hear from Dayton Flyers that they want to hurry up this series, so we'll do our best to do that. 50-50 will favor Knights of Chaos. Infield play. Meatman misses it. Going towards the net. Benny and Luke will get the touch. Flipsliderson will hit it towards his own team's corner. And Luke, seems to be everywhere for this Dayton Flyers team. He loves to get himself on the ball whenever he can, especially on defense when it comes to those outplays. He is the one that's usually the mastermind behind it all. Being off, here's another one. Maybe creates a goal. Titanian just missed the net there on that redirect. Knights of Chaos fortunate there because that touch from them in towards the midfield from Flipsliderson was towards only blue cars. In this series, unlike many of them, the blue cars are not their friends. In fact, it's their foes. Titanian. We're back by Flipsliderson. Now pinch off the sidewall from Masashi. Mayhem. Misses it towards the nets. No one jumping here from the Knights of Chaos. Meatman expected Flipsliderson to be the one to go for it, but Flipsliderson backed away. Knights of Chaos now back on defense. Titanian. Off the back wall. Second. Not there. Benny and Luke. Towards the back. Could roll its way in. It will go in. A 50-50 in front. Dayton Flyers blue. Find ways to break through this defense. And again, it's from them being the faster of the two teams. The aerial play for the Knights of Chaos is becoming a massive weakness for them. Again, it feels like every single game, Dayton Flyers have that ability to just take this game and run away with it, but so far they've not been able to do so. It's Titanian. Second touch. Was going towards the net. Mayhem will make sure he hits it away. Is now upfield. With the bump, Flipsliderson. That will create offense. Shot will go and get saved, but early aggression from Knights of Chaos now. What can they make of it? Can they get more? Double commit from Dayton Flyers. Will get back, but challenge after challenge from Knights of Chaos can try to slow them down. Meatman. Off the back wall. Play saved by Musashi as that shot is too low. And now Flipsliderson's missed it. Free offense for Dayton Flyers blue as Knights of Chaos. What they did build has now crumbled in fall of them. They have to go back to defense. Musashi. Mayhem with another great touch off of his own back line. So far, again, you're seeing key defensive players here. As a Chaos, we're seeing Mayhem having to make these many incredibly difficult touches. Again, he's trying to will his team forward to getting a goal. So far, Dayton Flyers are pretty happy with this lead. Flipsliderson, again, too predictable out of defense. Delayed a touch. Now a beat here on defense. But Dayton Flyers, no one to capitalize. Mayhem down the field, looking for the dunk. Knights of Chaos still have possession. Now Meatman. Off a touch from Flipsliderson. No one there to challenge. Now Meatman having to come across. Will win it though. Dayton Flyers blue. Trying to pave the way to offense. They'll get it eventually. The Knights of Chaos with a massive clear right back. Now a double commit. Open net. That one will go in from Meatman. His shot wasn't the best, but it was good enough. That's all that matters for them in a series as scrappy as this. A double commit from Dayton Flyers blue caused by that incredible clear from Meatman. Knights of Chaos tie it up. 2 minutes remaining. Time. There's a lot of it in these kind of games. 5 minutes is a lot of time, but for both these teams, something like 2 minutes is not a lot of time for them because offense has not been able to flourish so far for either of them. And they rely so heavily on the defenses right now being clean, not making too many mistakes. Question is, what kind of offense will we see these teams bring, especially an offense that can become successful? But so far, both these teams has been an issue. Mayhem off the back wall, no one jumping for it. Flipsliderson could shoot. It's wide. Meatman will look to put it back in towards the midfield, towards the net, getting a dunk, still in front. Masashi will get the clear. Mayhem jumped at it. Meatman needs to be a little careful here with this touch. Infield, no one waiting. Flipsliderson was waiting back. Now he has to turn away. It's a Chaos, not taking any chance with that third man. Especially in a tie game like this. Why would you? Benny and Luke. Meatman infield, Titanian. Dunks by Mayhem. Hop by Benny and Luke. But Flip Sliderson will hit it back in. Now a bump from Mayhem. Leads to a pass towards Meatman off the back wall. Mayhem looking to bump Titanian. Titanian's missed. Flip Sliderson can't beat Benny and Luke, though he hesitated on that challenge. That's a Chaos still. Although they aren't winning this boost game, offense here, they need it in this final minute. One goal could be enough. Dayton Flyers, they're going to get the goal instead. Flip Sliderson committed, but didn't commit enough. And he hesitated here. Second-guessed himself against Titanian Turtle. And when you're in no man's land, no matter what the other player will do, there's nothing you can do to combat that. Bad decision from Flip Sliderson. We've seen him hesitate a lot on that third man position so far this game. Now, Knights of Chaos need to make quick work here, get a goal with little time remaining. That's been an issue for them. Mayhem. Off the corner. Looking for the clear, gets past Titanian. Now he's looking for a demo. Got the corner boost, made Benny jump. Now infield from Flip Sliderson. Titanian will save it away. Back towards the net from Mayhem. Benny and Luke. Maybe one more save, that will be enough. As Dayton Flyers Blue take game 3. As again, the issue right now for the Knights of Chaos is keeping offense, is this hesitation on defense. You saw from Flip Sliderson, he made a bad decision. That's all that matters. They need to be in a position, they need to be in a better position where, with all this offense and this pressure that they get, they need to use it better. The demos, they haven't come there either. It's a Knights of Chaos team that will not be very pleased with how they're playing. Now they need to force Game 5 if they want to see themselves as the winners. And to do that, scoring first will be important, but also just being able to score more efficiently, getting more demos. It feels like as the series has gone on, they've kind of neglected that part of their offense. Unfortunately, a Knights of Chaos team without demos is generally a Knights of Chaos team that doesn't have offense. And that's kind of the whole part of their gameplay, as no one jumped on that one. Masashi will score. This one went backwards pretty unassumingly. But whether Mayhem and Meatman just didn't communicate properly. No one jumped for it in time. And again, a gift here for Dayton Flyers Blue as they'll jump on top of that one. Masashi. Off the sidewall, he can get a second here, and again, bad defense from Knights of Chaos. And another goal given away. Flip Sliderson went for the boost over the challenge when he should have gone for the challenge. And Dayton Flyers Blue will take advantage again. 2 goals in a very quick span of about 18 seconds. That's a Chaos. This is becoming a bit of a problem for them. There's now a chance for 3. Dayton Flyers starting to pick up the pace here. Trying to end this series once and for all. Is now infield looking for it. There we go. It's a 3rd goal. Benny and Luke will score. And now they're using that speed here. Masashi beat 2 players to the ball. And Dayton Flyers Blue will create more chances that they'll score from. In the blink of an eye. Dayton Flyers Blue now up by 3. What could be an insurmountable lead for the Knights of Chaos as this, so far this series, they've not been able to score more than 2 goals in a game. And those 2 goals came in the game where they prevented Zevo against, so unless they do something to radically change that offense, Dayton Flyers Blue, with that lead alone, that should be enough for them. You know they're still looking for more. Titanian infield. Meatman with the dribble. Got a flick. Benny and Luke getting harassed, but he'll save it anyways. Clutch defense now, looking for a goal. It will be one. Benny and Luke will catch Knights of Chaos off guard. As again, hesitations from Flip Sliderson. Decides not to challenge in that position, but he finds himself in no man's land. It's another time where he's done that. Well, against teams that aren't playing this fast, it may not be an issue. Dayton Flyers Blue are catching him out in every single situation where Flip Sliderson is not going for the challenge, instead waiting. Right now, that issue was caused in part the goal that won last game for the Dayton Flyers. Now it's led to another goal against his team. A game that has already been far against his team, maybe even out of reach. The most goals we've seen so far in any of these games. Dayton Flyers Blue will be happy with the 4-0 lead. It's a chaos. Again, trying to find offense, but it just seems like, again, it's just too predictable for Dayton Flyers. They have the defense to combat Knights of Chaos, and Knights of Chaos, their defense itself has had its issues. Their offense, unless it's scoring tons of goals, it does seem to get frustrated sometimes. As they've fallen under a lot of the issues that have plagued them, their speed, their mechanics, and their overall inability to be able to change their offense for when they are playing against a team that is stopping everything they send. Is now safe from Meatman. Half the game left to go for the Knights of Chaos. If they want to start a comeback, they need to do it here. Just too slow to get it out of defense. And no target in sight. Another big win from Titanium Turtle. And now it's a 3-on-1 on Flip Sliderson. That will be cleared away. Back wall. Meatman misses the shot. That one needs to go in. If they have any chance of coming back for the Knights of Chaos, they need to score those kind of opportunities. And from the amount of time I've seen this team, this would be considered a pretty disappointing result from them. They definitely are. They might be in their head right now. I mean, just how defensive Dayton Flyers Blue are. The Knights of Chaos will be a bit frustrated knowing that they could not find a way to crack the code. As time continues to tick away, it feels like it's just a formality here, even with so much time remaining. Knights of Chaos just have not been able to generate any meaningful amount of offense for themselves for a series. Well, maybe they'll get a goal here and there. Or it doesn't seem like something that even on their best days they could do against Dayton Flyers. Benny and Luke clears it towards Meatman, who will win a challenge over Titanium. Mayhem. Bounce here. Now Meatman towards the net. Knights of Chaos still fighting, though. I must commend them for that. Well, there has been, obviously, a horrible start to this game. The fact that they're still believe they're in this is something that they can commend for themselves for. Although, unfortunately, that hope might be fading away as time continues to tick away. Dayton Flyers Blue, credit to them. Took advantage of the situation they had in this game. Offense has not had the success that maybe they wanted it, but ultimately, the speed of their play is just so great here. As they're going to get a 5th goal, seal the deal in this series. And again, their speed, they just are able to outpace Knights of Chaos, and that's not an easy thing to do. Although I've mentioned the speed being an issue for Knights of Chaos, it's because Dayton Flyers are so fast. At least this game, at least this series, at least they are. Now towards net, looking for a 6th. Won't get it. Now a chance, this should be it. Oh, that one's still in front. I can't believe that didn't go in for Dayton Flyers. Although again, they're in a situation where they don't have to worry about scoring anymore. Final 20 seconds, they can take their victory lap in the series. Dayton Flyers Blue will go up 2-0. That's a cast now back down to a 1-1 record. They'll definitely be using this game, I'm sure, to try to springboard what could be their success in the future if they're able to use it. Because this is a good game for the Knights of Chaos to look, and this is a good game for both teams to look at. Neither of them played their best, at least on offense especially. Neither of them played their top tier gameplay, and I'm sure they'll be using this game and this series as something that can help them in the future. Because, I mean, you know, the best way to get better is to see what are your weaknesses, and I think both these teams have found that. Dayton Flyers, though, will have a 3-1 victory overall. It's a chaos. Maybe it was the team colors. I mentioned about team colors being important, but I meant that as a bit of a sarcastic comment, but maybe it does matter to them. Who knows? Ultimately, though, Dayton Flyers Blue with the victory here. And that one will end off this one. As, again, what a good series here. It felt a bit slow to start, but you could just see just how, you know, methodical Dayton Flyers Blue and Knights of Chaos both were on offense. But ultimately, Dayton Flyers Blue seemed like they were more comfortable having the offense that was weak in moments, but weak in moments, and trying to wait for and trying to make sure they create the good opportunities. Knights of Chaos and the team definitely seemed to struggle a little bit when all their chances couldn't go in. There's overall a victory, and again, hopefully for both these teams, they can look at the series, because this is a good series for them both look at and to make adjustments for, because both of them did not look incredible. Both of them, I definitely can see both of them, and I can see both these teams. I'm thinking that I know that these teams are a lot better than what they showed tonight. Both these teams are going to probably feel that way, because it was a hard-fought win for Dayton Flyers. It was a tough loss for Knights of Chaos, but both of them definitely did have better days that they could have had. They'll be looking at this and be asking themselves what they can improve for the better. Again, I think my recommendation would be for both these teams, at least for Knights of Chaos, it would be relying more on the demos, relying more on being able to adapt their play. For Dayton Flyers, Blue probably more so on utilizing that high aerial play, something that they seem to have incredibly good speed for. And overall, maybe even fixing their double commits as well. They had some double commits where it became an issue for them. Again, both these teams could definitely look at that and try to make adjustments. As, again, next series we'll have is New Age Dragons versus Omega Academy. That series will be starting in a while from now, but we're going to be on a long break we'll be on a long break. We'll see you all very, very soon as, again, I'm going to take a bit of a break here and set up everything for next series. See you guys in a while, though, so stick around on the stream. You're going to be listening to a clock, maybe. Stay around, though, for the time it takes before this next series starts. Again, it's not going to be starting for a while, unfortunately. But again, you'll have to wait for it, but again, when it does come, you'll know. It'll be New Age Dragons versus Omega Academy. See you guys very, very soon. Sorry about the long break, everybody, but welcome back. The stream running, and now hopefully these matches are gonna come in a lot faster amount of times with each other. The next series will be New Age Dragons versus Omega Academy, and following that will be Astral Bebop versus Ignition Academy. Of course, let's talk about the second series of the night. It'll be New Age Dragons versus Omega Academy. By the way, everybody, welcome back. If you have been sticking around, thank you so much. If you are just joining in to see some Splash Series action, also welcome in. My name's SquadyFC. If you don't know me already, nice to see you all. Hey, hello, Blood Wolf. How you doing? Again, welcome in, everybody. What is expected to be an interesting series, because this is the last week of the regular season for the Splash series, but and for both these teams, their spots have already been confirmed. Now, the interesting part about this is, these teams are like on the exact opposite sides of the spectrum here when it comes to just how well they've done this season. Omega Academy currently 5-1, they're the top team in their division. New Age Dragons 0-6, have not won yet, and this is what be maybe their last chance to get their win, get a win. This will be their last chance to get a win in the regular season if they can get one. Of course, this will not be their last chance all season. They will be in the play. They will be playing some more, hopefully, maybe next season. Who knows? There's times, but yeah, they are complete opposites, as you said, Blood Wolf. As again, New Age Dragons have had a rough season. Roster changes, roster problems. This is their last week in the Splash series. Against Omega Academy, who have been the exact opposite, only making one major change, which is adding Goose Milk, which has been an overall net positive for them. They're 5-1. They have already clinched that top 4 needed to auto qualify into the top 10 that are going to go further on in this bracket. So again, they're pretty comfortable here. Omega Academy, the heavy favorite. We'll see if anybody votes against them. That's the real question. Will people vote against Omega? I have my doubts on that, because Omega Academy just... I mean, we saw them play Heady Scarf Gang recently. They destroyed Heady Scarf Gang. Hey Scarf Gang was also near the bottom of the bracket, although they themselves were also not having a good season. So we'll see if New Age Dragons can do anything here. I mean, for them, it's going to be tough. As again, we're just going to be betting on it. The prediction poll is out. Go make your predictions. Although, again, voting for New Age Dragons would be a risk here for anybody to make. It would be a risk that if it works, you're the biggest brain person I've ever seen. If you're not, I would be very shocked. What do you mean by 1K? Yeah, what do you mean, like, we're close to 1K? Yeah, we are close to 1K followers. We're almost there, guys. Like, we're like 6 followers away right now. Let's get the 1K. We can do it. We can do it. Again, make your predictions. Again, gotta commend those who will be voting for New Age Dragons. I know there's gonna be people who vote for them. There's people who have supported them all season long. Why would they turn back now? But this is gonna be a tough matchup. I do not see New Age Dragons winning this. Very bluntly, I don't see them winning this. Unless something crazy happens, I just don't see a chance where they will win the series. But they have a chance. They still have a chance, technically. But of course, again, we are ready to get this series going. We have 4 minutes before it starts. Both teams have received the information for joining the lobby. And as soon as they're both in, we'll get this series started. And make your predictions. Who do you think will be the overall winner? As again, we'll be waiting for both of them. Just be waiting on them. That's okay, though. We can wait for them. It's not a problem at all. As again, we're just waiting on all the players joining in. They have joined actually in pretty early. As for Omega Academy, I can see in the lobby will be Squeeze, Touch, and Goose Milk. That makes sense. That's the host they played last week. that destroyed Heady Scarf Gang. New Age Dragons only half the players. They have Bloodwolf, Spyro, and Killer Eagle. Everybody's in, but we'll give them another minute or so for people to get their predictions in, to get their votes in. So far, I'm seeing a lot of faith here in New Age Dragons, so I'm surprised with that. Again, with them having not won a single series yet, this faith in this team, I mean, it is from the players, so I guess I can't really say much, but this faith in the team is gonna have to show up on the field, and it's gonna have to show up strongly. Mega Academy are not looking to lose another one. I mean, why would they want to lose another one? How things have been going so far. I mean, there's clearly one favorite and one team trying to become the craziest underdog story we've ever seen so far. If New Age Dragons win, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'll find something fun to do. Who did Omega Academy lose to? Oh, that's a good question. I could actually check that for you. I know who they lost to. I can check that. They lost to Goat Gang. Goat Gang is who they lost to. That was their only loss, was coming to Goat Gang, who is another really strong team. As time is starting to pass by, we'll go into the series here. We'll get it started a little earlier. Still some time left to vote, though. You have like 2 minutes. So, just use the time that you have. As you'll be in-game here for this best of 5. Mega Academy. I mean, they've already locked in that top 4. New Age Dragons. Waiting on them. They can join. Waiting on Spyro. Oh my goodness. What's he doing? This is not the right time for this. It's becoming an issue. Can Spyro get back? There he is. Join in, Spyro. Quickly. Get yourself in the game. I thought you were there. There we are. There we go. He's back in. Alright, we're ready for this best of 5. Sorry about that. There's some hokey pokey on the kickoff, but here we go. The final series of the regular season for both these teams. It's been they've been on the polar opposites of that side of the table for the entirety of it. Now they play each other for the first time, but Omega Academy looking like the clear favorites, and for a very specific reason. Its squeeze is a major part of that. The Omega Academy offense has been great. Their defense has also just been very tough to beat. They are a team so well-rounded. New Age Dragons, yeah, they desperately need a win here. Just something for their confidence. He's now on net from Squeeze, looking for a second, stopped by Bloodwolf. New Age Dragons going to have to play a lot of defense here. Omega Academy are a team that won't give even some of the best teams here much chance on offense. You can take advantage of those situations that you get, but Omega aren't going to let you have them often, especially if they have their confidence going. They definitely have the confidence in the series. The Bloodwolf off the sidewall. Spyro cleared away. Touch will put it to his own team's corner. The Omega Academy may be trying to use this time to set up a strong offensive push. New Age, though. Gonna answer with the dribble back. Spyro off the corner. Infield. Touch will look for the clear. Now bumped into it by Bloodwolf. Squeeze. Inch off the sidewall. Killer Eagle will get the clear. As Goose Milk in front of the net for Squeeze to make it 2. And Omega Academy now have found a second goal to double their lead. It will be from Squeeze. Very nice of these guys, though. A lot of thank yous coming in. Very wholesome. As, again, you see the impact from Goose Milk. He was added to this team. One of the last players added into Division 2. For any of these teams coming in as a 4th player for this roster. He came in maybe as a person who kind of jumped in for Jacob, but now he's kind of become like a new potential starter, and that's a scary thing for this team. And a team that's already incredibly strong now has another weapon to use. As that clear gets past Touch, Spyro with the dribble. Look for a flick on, saved by Squeeze. Do the commit though from Omega Academy. Killer Eagle off the back wall. Touch will read it. As Squeeze to the side wall. Killer Eagle. Trying to find a playing field, but Omega Academy gonna block it away. But for New Age, so far they do not look like a team that is 0-6 right now in their standings. Sure, you can see the issues that they have, the reason why they're in the lower part of the standings, but they do have offense coming for them. Although shooting-wise, they've had issues getting the shots, but every team's had issues against Omega Academy when Omega Academy is considered the best team in this grouping. Really, there's not much you can... Really, New Age Dragons are looking a lot better than what I expected them. I have not seen this team play for a while. Now Squeeze to Goose Milk towards the net, saved by Blood Wolf. Now Squeeze off the side wall. Infield touch towards the net, saved by Killer Eagle. Now off the side wall, Squeeze. That one will bounce off Killer Eagle. Touch could put one towards the net. Goose Milk bumped away from the shots. Omega Academy don't seem like they're in any real hurry here. I mean, they have a 2-goal lead. Why should they be? But it is only a 2-goal lead. I mean, New Age Dragons, if they are able to find their footing in this series, could turn that back. Now Spyro towards the net. Touch. We'll read it. And we'll attempt to keep Omega Academy with a clean sheet. But how long will they hold it is the question. Infield play to Spyro. That will... Off the post! I thought that was going to end the clean sheet. The Omega Academy are getting harassed. Players bumped out. Net was looking vulnerable, and... I mean, Spyro almost took that opportunity, as now that one's rolled its way in from Goose Milk. And now... 3 goals in the lead, as that one just somehow rolls its way past everybody. No one challenged from New Age Dragons. And that'll be an error. As now off the sidewall for Killer Eagle. For a solo play. He's not afraid of going for those kind of touches, but... Omega Academy have seen it all. A long season will do that to a team, especially one as good as them. As now touch with the redirect in front, looking for Squeeze. Cleared away. Goose Milk will take it back. Omega Academy. But having the easiest time taking control here. They looked actually stronger against Heady Scarf Gang than they did against these guys. Again, New Age. Maybe the pressure here is... There is no pressure on Omega Academy. Maybe that's why they aren't trying to play as strong. They know that they're in a position where they don't have really anything to lose. Whether or not they beat them is not really a problem. Both these teams, again, I think have solidified their spots as that one. Goose Milk almost missed it. Blood Wolf looking upfield. Squeeze will miss the return. Now in front, touch with the dunk. Squeeze jumping. Stopped by Killer Eagle. Goose Milk. Trying to keep it close now, 50-50. Goose Milk up with it towards the net. Blood Wolf won't be able to read it. That's 4-0 Omega Academy. As New Age Dragons just look inferior right now. Something against the caliber of this team, but Omega Academy just look like they're in cruise control. And that is not a good thing if you're a New Age fan. So the kickoffs have gone New Age's way. In front for Spyro. There we go, that's 1. New Age won't be shut out this game. It's a miss from touch. And again, Omega, it just feels like, again, they're in cruise control. This is like them trying to play relaxed gameplay. And New Age Dragons could take advantage of that. And Omega Academy, they don't look like they are taking them that seriously. And New Age, they need to take advantage off the kickoff. What a save from touch. So far, Omega has had issues on the kickoff. They had issues against Heady Scarf Gang. Well, not nearly to this caliber. A lot of times we saw them go for odd kickoff strategies, and they went for it often. That's something that, for Omega, when it comes to playoffs, that's something that they need to work on, because if they're losing kickoffs to New Age, the New Age can find ways to score off of that. As Game 1 will go to Omega Academy. Here to start off the series in their favor. Sure, they got that goal. That was a really good thing for them, but again, ultimately, when one team's playing so relaxed, be tough to counter that. As again, we're gonna move to Game 2 here. Everybody ready to join back in. A follow coming in from Ivan. Thank you, Ivan. Who's New Age's coach? New Age does not have a coach. New Age do not have a look. What league is this? This is the Splash Series. Omega Academy do have a close. Their coach is Coach Rogue. But this is the Splash Series. Final week of the regular season. Currently, Omega Academy sitting at the top of their group. New Age sitting at the bottom. There are 2 groups in this division. Top 4 teams from both groups will automatically advance to the final stage of the brackets. Everybody else will go to a last chance bracket to fit into the final 2 spots. It'll be a 10-team bracket, as here's a goal for Squeeze. Who's Rogue? Rogue is the coach of Omega Academy. He's not in the lobby, but he's the coach. Now, game 2. Already in favor of Omega Academy here. The kickoff, again, Omega, their kickoffs are very weak right now. New Age are beating them at it almost every single time. If Omega can top those kickoffs, that will probably silence every part of this team here for New Age. And right now, touch towards the net off the back wall. In front, a couple whiffs there from New Age. Squeeze couldn't hit it. Bloodwolf looking for the clear, but it's Goose Milk to answer. Off the back wall, second touch. Killer Eagle will get a touch on it. Now he has a dunk. Looking towards the net, gets a touch here. As again, Omega playing very relaxed, and it doesn't really seem like they're taking New Age very seriously here. That could become their undoing. They don't get a bigger lead than just 1 goal. And now Squeeze off the back wall for Goose Milk, and that will go into the back of the nets. And that will now be 2-0 for Omega. As they look... Again, it's cruise control for them. That's not a good thing for New Age. That's also been an issue for Omega, but... New Age does not actually look that bad. They don't look like an 0-6 team right now. And again, I think part of that has to go with Omega just being super relaxed. They just don't seem like taking it seriously. And off the kickoff, that's when New Age Dragons choose to strike. They did it last game once. Now they do it again. As again, Omega, just a bad challenge there from Goose Milk. And Spiral will score off of it. New Age Dragons here to score. Now, Bloodwolf to the sidewall, looking for the flick away. Omega still in the lead, but that lead could be in jeopardy. As soon as you see this kind of game get close like this, now you're starting to see Omega a little more like the usual Omega, but still there's this feeling that they pretty relaxed in nature for this team. Again, they've already secured top 4. They don't actually have to win this to secure top 4. They're already in there. A loss here will not matter at all for them. A New Age, a win. I mean, it could give them confidence in this regular season. It won't help them much else, though, as they're currently the bottom of the group. The only team, I think, the only team here in this group to be to not have won yet. No, oh, wait a second. I'm so sorry. New Age did not win game 1. That's my bad. What am I doing here? You guys just caught me on a mistake. As Omega's gonna score here. Sorry about that, guys. You caught me on a mistake. I will be honest, I'm pretty tired right now. So, I just, I clicked involuntarily on New Age. My bad. That's the correct scoreline. Omega Academy won game 1 like 4-1. On me there, guys. If New Age won a game, though, I'd be pretty impressed with them. Yeah. You guys took a while to remind me, but yes, I'm currently pretty tired right now. That's probably why I did that. That's gonna be what I blame it on. No, I am not biased. Although I do like underdog stories, I would like to see New Age continue what they're doing, because so far they are fighting valiantly here. Although unfortunately, Omega just seems like the overall better team. And unfortunately, that's kind of what I expected was going to happen in this series. When 2 teams coming up against each other are this polar opposite in their standings, it doesn't take a genius to see kind of why. Off the back wall. Miss. Bloodwolf will put it in. Now it's 3-2. And Omega Academy, again, I've said it before in this game, they just aren't really taking this seriously, and now the game's close, expect them to start to play a little bit faster, a little more aggressive, A little more like the Omega we saw when they played Hetty's Scarf Gang. As New Age Dragons are still fighting. They still have a, they still could win this. As now Omega, look at this. Here comes the speed, touch down the field and towards the corner. We'll leave it for Squeeze. Pulling it around, Killer Eagle will answer back. Goose Milk isn't able to touch this one. Blood Wolf will look back towards Spyro, who will take it to the sidewall, demoed out by touch. And now Squeeze with the dribble. Look towards net. Killer Eagle misses. So does Spyro. Touch. Stopped by Blood Wolf. Now a bump here. Infill play to Spyro. Chance on. Saved by Squeeze. Killer Eagle off the back wall. Another opportunity. This one stopped by Goose Milk. Everybody jump for it on New Age. And now Goose Milk sends it down the field looking for a goal to answer here towards the net. That one's wide. Ivan, how do you get in this league? Ask Tommy Buckets. He is in the chat right now. He is the commissioner of Splash Series. Sign-ups are actually open right now for Season 3. As we're getting closer and closer to Season 2 playoffs. And now a goal back for Omega Academy. I missed on Blood Wolf, and that's all it takes for the dominoes to fall. Again, that's how you do it, Ivan. You gotta ask Tommy Buckets. He can give you information on how to do it. There is a series. There's a Discord server for it, so you can sign up your team for it. For Season 3. There's now Blood Wolf getting bumped away by Goose Milk. Squeeze up the field. And that will be 5. As there's no way Squeeze is missing that one. 3 goals for him. Again, yeah, there you go. There's the answer from you. Tommy Buckets. Help you out. You can join the Bucket League. Again, Season 3 signups are open. As what a clear there. My goodness, that's powerful from Goose Milk. Goes all the way back to the blue side. The Omega Academy, again, now back to this slow kind of nature. They have 3 goals in the lead. They don't have to really worry all that much about this game. As they're looking to go for their second sweep in their second week. Is now squeezed towards the net. They're back by Blood Wolf. They're looking for one more for New Age, as this game has been an improvement for them. But ultimately, still, no wins, and unfortunately for this team, now, if they want to get at least 1 win in their regular season, they gotta win the next 3 games straight. Omega Academy, I'll make sure to get the right point this time. There you go. Not New Age. New Age. I mistakenly marked New Age as the winners in Game 1. My bad on that, guys. They did not win Game 1. Omega's on the verge of a sweep here. We'll go into Game 3. As both these teams are ready to posture for it. Omega, a win here will just add even more powers to them. For New Age, again, a win would matter a lot more for them than it would for Omega. Omega Academy still playing strong defense. They have a lot of work to go. Again, I don't know if there's any other teams that might be 0-6. I think there are some that are. Yeah, there are some other teams that are 0-6. I don't believe in this grouping, though, there are any others who are 0-6. Which would make sense to me. New Age Dragons, they need to do the unthinkable to come back in this series. They first need to win a game, which in its own right is probably not... It's probably a far reach for them. It's probably not going to happen. I hate to say this for you guys. Again, I like New Age, I like underdog stories, but this one might be a bit too far-fetched, even for me. But there's still Game 3 for them to turn things around, to prove me wrong. There's now Blood Wolf off the back wall. Touch in towards the midfield. Yeah, Typhoon, there's also a statistician in this league as well. If you want to see it, here's a stats one. As here's a goal for Squeeze. Speaking of Squeeze, his stats have been absolutely insane. He has been one of the most consistent and lethal scorers in this league so far. And in this group, I believe he's only really competing with Juicy Duck with the most goals. Omega now. Now a second goal. Goose Milk will score. We're only 35 seconds in, and Omega already making it very painstakingly clear that they're not looking to drop a single game in this series. Is now on the offensive come Omega once again. Midfield, Squeeze will make it free. You are fair about mentioning that, Tommy Buckets. Last season, we did see Truth lose all their games in the regular season, and then come back to make top 4. And now this season, did they make top 4 in Truth? I actually don't know if they made. No, they didn't make top 4. They lost in the first round. But this season, they've made a comeback. The New Age. Are they thinking about season 3? I mean, there's still obviously time left in this series, but they have to be thinking about season 3. Season 2, I mean, it's just not been their favorite. It's not been favorable to them. Omega, obviously, they're going to be thinking about the playoffs and making sure that they get the best warm-up possible to get there and to play well when the time does come, because they will have some time to wait and to watch as the wildcard matches are played. He's now at the sidewall. Squeeze. Doesn't beat Killer Eagle. That's trying to control it, but Killer Eagle in towards the midfield. Now towards the orange side of the field, but Squeeze will take it up. Squeeze with a shot towards the net. Bloodwolf won't read it. Goose Milk, it's going off high as well. It's now touch. Great save from Killer Eagle. And now in towards the midfield. Squeeze towards the left side wall. Touch in mid. Looking for another one for Omega. As now everybody's getting a chance to touch the ball here, Omega. They have not let New Age even get a chance to get possession. Here's Bloodwolf with it. Trying to dribble it down the field. He's got a flick on the end, but nothing attached to it. No follow-up either. As Omega Academy looks right back, and oh, that one's almost in. Goose Milk, maybe second. He can't reach it. Squeeze, saved by Killer Eagle. New Age playing strong defense. They're still playing as if they have everything to lose in this series. As if winning this series would mean clinching the playoffs. Again, you've got to commend the team for playing even when the season is looking this horrible. But ultimately, it looked like it was going to be a tough one. He's now towards the back wall. Goose Milk, mid. Maybe a shot coming. Squeeze, there he is. And Squeeze has been a lethal shooter all season long. It won't change here against New Age. As he'll get another hat-trick. This is not uncommon for Squeeze. Maybe they're push. Yeah, I mean, if they win this, they will get that top seed. I believe they win, they are guaranteed top seed. Now Squeeze off the back. And touch goes nowhere. Again, let me know, Tom Buckets, if there actually is a chance that they don't get top seed, but I believe if they win in this series, they will clinch top seed. Could be wrong. Now in towards the front. Geared back by Goose Milk. Bloodwolf off the side. Now Goose Milk again. Gets past Spyro. Back wall. Drop down for a touch. And into the back of the net is touch. And that will help them continue. Again, Tommy's probably crunching numbers right now, so we're going to see if this series will allow Omega Academy to secure number 1 seed. There we go off the sidewall. Touch with the pinch. Doesn't go anywhere. Picking it up is Killer Eagle. Squeeze. Light touch. Looking for the clear. And, I mean, this game almost over. Maybe one more goal for Omega Academy will put this one to bed. If it isn't already over yet anyways. I'm sure there's still people that believe in New Age. And, again, just like how New Age is playing right now. They're playing like there's nothing on the line. And there really isn't anything on the line. They're also not playing like a team that has lost every single series so far this season. Is now. Scratch not past Bloodwolf. Final minute here. Again, Omega Academy just looking for maybe one more goal. Spyro. Dribble. Not through Squeeze. Is now in front for Squeeze. Saved away by Killer Eagle. And now Spyro looking for a goal. He will miss. Bloodwolf jumping. Gets past Goose Milk, but Squeeze with a touch out and touch here with the follow through, and that will end the offense for New Age. And New Age, again, it was a valiant effort. I mean, they were going to be on the losing end. They're on the losing end on basically every prediction, but they still fought through. And that would mean Squeeze with the overall, with the last goal here. Goal differential, wow. I thought it was game differential, tell me about cassette that you do decisions from. Not the best when it comes to tiebreakers in this league, because you know them a lot better than I do. Is it actually goal differential? I'm surprised it's goal differential. It's now Spyro. Maybe towards the net, touch with the pinch. Squeeze is jumping. He'll put it to the back wall. In front, touch now. That will go nowhere. As Mega Academy now in their season 6-1, they've at least secured top 2. In fact, they'll actually go 7-0 this game. No, they won't. They'll finish a hair short. But this game, I mean, it's another sweep for Mega Academy. Unfortunately, this was the expected result. New Age put a fight in there, but against New Age Dragons, New Age Dragons are going to end their season winless. Their regular season winless. Again, at this point for them, they might be looking towards season 3. As it looks like we'll probably get an interview here with Omega. As it looks like we'll get Squeeze involved, and I know he usually brings his teammates with him, so. As let me. We'll join him as well. Let's find him. As again, welcome in everybody. Again, congratulations on your win, Mega Academy. You are now within reaching distance of that top seed and that bye in the final bracket.
Yes, sir.
I mean, going into the series, you guys looked pretty relaxed on the field. I mean, you guys did not play the same you did against Teddy Scarf Gang. Squeeze, was there kind of a relaxed mentality among this team when playing the series? It was just kind of like, what was the vibes like on this team? Because you guys looked very calm and collected as you took down New Age 3-0.
Yeah, so it was kind of more of like a.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, my mic muted. It was kind of just more of like a relaxed environment compared to last week. I think some of us were just off. I'd just woken up an hour before. I was pretty tired. So we kind of just weren't as energetic and up and going as we were the last week, I'd say.
Of course, I say it now. Also, I want to also add to this as well. Goose Milk coming in for your second series of the whole season. Again, you came in, you played, you looked pretty good. Now, going into the playoffs, you guys are guaranteed at least top 4. Like, you're guaranteed top 4, which is already a pretty nice thing. I mean, that obviously you want to be number 1, but that depends on how. Apparently, Damage could still win it. A number 1 spot.
I'll call it now.
Oh, well, I mean, you can be that. You can be confident, though. There's nothing wrong with being confident. But again, Goose Milk, I mean, you secured top 4. I think you already secured it even before this series, but, I mean, this match will give no exceptions anyways, no doubts. You're in there. You ended off an amazing regular season. Are you looking forward to the playoffs?
Yes.
All right, my goodness. Okay, I was waiting for him to continue on that, but
I just had a yes.
He's pretty.
Dude, I'm just ready to win.
All right, I guess Goose Milk is all head down. Talk later. He's going to
hit the ball to the teammates.
Yeah, hit ball good. As again, you know what? I'll probably, this will be interesting when we go to the shout out sections. How short it'll be for Goose Milk. Usually shout out sections are pretty long, but Goose Milk, I have a feeling it might just be one word, or maybe even none. Maybe he'll one up himself. Who knows? And now Touch, obviously, hearing you in here as well. Team is continue. I really don't have much to say. You guys just look incredible. But let's talk about the unspoken hero of this team, Coach Rogue. Talk to me about the coaching staff behind you and the importance that they have, because ultimately, you aren't a team without all of your factors.
Oh, 100%. I mean, at the end of the day, we go back and watch game film each week, and they hit on things that we need to work on, and we work on them. We implement them, and for example, this game we worked on more communication, just focused on that rather than actually playing, as hard as we could or as fast as we could, and just securing wins.
Yeah, I mean
They
that makes.
they're a huge factor in our in their coaching abilities.
Yeah, of course, as well. Again, the other team that you'd have to worry about is Damage. Damage right now are going to be playing Knights of Chaos this week. Again, there's a chance they could take that number one spot away from you, but you guys, I mean, even if you don't get that number one spot, you're still in the final bracket. You're still one of the
Yeah,
scariest teams out there.
I
So
think they'll need to score about 35 goals in order to
let me
take
see
the
what it
first
is.
spot.
Let me see what it is actually specifically, because I can calculate this very quickly. Let's see.
Well, we also have the win. I'm not sure how it's depicted, but if
Apparently,
it's
Tommy
by
Bucket said it was
goals,
goal differential.
then we should
Then
have
there's
to
no
beat.
shot there being
There's no
enough.
shot. We're already over 100 goals for the season before this game.
Let's see where you guys are. Yeah, you guys are looking like a goal scoring machine right now. Saying that is actually, I think, a lot closer than you might think it is.
Well, last
Um,
week we scored 26,
Yeah,
and that hasn't been added onto there yet.
that hasn't been added yet, which puts us at 100 exactly before coming into this series.
All right, Tommy Buckets. Again, you guys are at a pretty strong standard, at a pretty strong hold here. Again, most likely you're gonna get that number one seed. We still can't say it's not impossible. I mean, Damage could still come back. I mean,
If it does
Even-
happen,
It is possible.
even if
Anything
it
is
does
possible.
happen, you guys are still gonna be in the top two. There's nothing changing that. That would still mean your top two. And with how you guys have beaten Damage before, if you were to play them again, I'm sure that would be on their minds. Again, a big win. Do you have any shout outs here? I mean, I don't want to hold you guys for too long. Is there any shout outs from we'll start with Goose Milk. We'll see how short this one is.
Hi, Mom.
He says mom. Hey,
That's
you know
wild.
what? Surprisingly,
Hi, Mom.
surprisingly, you're not the first person to say that. That actually happens a lot more often than you think it does.
I'm just carrying on the tradition.
Yeah. Makes sense. You carry it on. Keep it going. What about you, Touch? You have anything that you want to say?
Shout out to people hosting the league, and appreciate it, and appreciate anyone that doubts us losing or winning. Hopes that we lose.
As well as Squeesh now. Anything you want to
Um,
say? Any final message? Any teams that you want to call out?
Just shout out to Omega. Shout out to everybody supporting. Love you guys. Shout out to the coaches. Shout out to my girlfriend. Shout out to Jonte specifically for making me wait 18 hours to play a Valorant match. He really made me play the way I did tonight. So
Target acquired.
New Age can thank Mlerm for that, Jonte. And any teams I'd like to call out, not really, because none of them can compete. But that's pretty much
Okay.
it.
Well, I mean, you're essentially calling everybody out, which, you know what? I guess that's fair. There's so many good teams out there as well that now that you're in the playoffs, now you guys have some time to relax, to reset, and to get yourself ready for that incredible final 10-team final bracket. We'll see you guys there. Again, congratulations on your win once again.
Appreciate it.
Yep, thank you, man. I love
Thank you,
you.
man. Have a good night.
And that'll be it. Again, one more matchup later tonight. Here we go. Take a look at the scheduling. It will be Astral Bebop versus Ignition Academy. This should be fun. Again, we're going to be on a bit of an extended break, but we'll be back soon. A lot sooner than we did before this series, so that should be a good thing to look forward to. Again, thank you all so much for joining. Stick around, though. We'll be back later for the final series of the night. The last series of the night, everybody. And of course, it's still here on the Sportia stream. It's nice to see you all here for the last time tonight. It's nice to see you all. Welcome in, welcome. We have got ourselves one more series here coming to us, and it will be from the Skyward series, who has just been doing pretty well at booking me. And of course, it also marks the return of a partnered organization. It marks the return of Ignition on the stream. Obviously, we're on a bit of a hiatus, obviously, between Skyward series, as well as obviously competing in Blackline. Wasn't able to get to see them in their last couple of matches, but now the new Ignition Academy is here tonight. Off is Ruby, who has joined Team Execute, and we saw Team Execute Academy get their win this week in a sweep over Radiance Phantoms. Now Ignition Academy here at playing. Hello, Flip Sliderson. I'm hoping my energy keeps me going. You know I'm pretty tired, man, so I'm hoping that my energy can keep me going for one more series tonight. You know, at least I still do well commentary, I guess, even when I'm sleepy. Even when I'm sleepy, I'm still doing just fine. As we will... Let's get them to lobby info again. The captain now of Ignition Academy is Cody. And Skillers is the captain of Astral Bebop. Bebop, the only change they have is they've added Bromank in. Who played last season. What team did he play on? I know he played on a good team. He played on Overcast Cyan. Then he went to Striker Exile. Bromank now is on Astral Bebop as their 5th. Chances are we might see him play tonight. Ignition Academy, obviously, have added in The Freak as their new 4th player. And so far this season, Astral Bebop have lost in Week 1. They did not have a good Week 1 performance. They lost to 6 figures in a sweep. Ignition Academy enjoyed a free forfeit win. And so, over EXE. It helps when we stepped in our Skyward Series matchup. If it helps. Well, that's a good thing. I'm happy for you guys. Congratulations on the Skyward Series. You now are 1-1 in there. You're 1-1 in both your leagues. You're just trying to be 1-1 in all your leagues. You're just trying to be consistent. This is the most peak consistency I've ever seen from a team. 1-1 in absolutely every league you're in. That seems to be the well, except for Splash Series. You guys are still incredibly insane in Splash Series. I don't know. You guys are playing well over there. And even in, actually, I mean, you're going to be playing later this week. But yeah, congratulations on your win. Again. It was nice seeing you guys a couple hours before, but man, I am... How much my casting rate, Kiwi? By the way, thank you for the follow, by the way. I didn't even say that. It is... Get this. Nothing. I do not charge for you to get on my stream. Yeah, you guys are in a million series over there. When it's chaos. Yeah, Kiwi, I do not charge for bookings. The only way you're gonna be able to get to me to get your matches is if you send me a message on a direct message on Twitter or on Discord. One of those two. If you send me a direct message on either of those, I will respond. It will be okay. Yeah, then that's the charge I pay. I charge nothing. So if you want to get on my stream, the only time I charge things is if you try to book over a team. If you try to book over a team spot, that does require a payment. I haven't ever had to worry about that kind of issue. As again, we're just getting ourselves ready for this series. Prediction poll is up. Vote for who you think will win. Do you think Ignition Academy will go 2-0 this season? Their first actual win in the series. Again, their first win was from a forfeit, so can only mean so much. Astral Bebop went against 6 figures, who last season were not very good. This season, apparently, they are looking like one of the strongest teams out there. This match should be a good one. As everybody go laugh at Flip Out, who when he saw the matchup initially said this is going to be the number 1 seed versus number 1 ranked team versus number 3 ranked team. He's only right on half of that. The Ignition Academy is the number 3 ranked team. Astral Bebop, he even confused with Astral Orbit, who is the number 1 team. Again, prediction poll is up. Go vote. Do it. Again, this will be the debut of the new Ignition roster. As again, I'm not gonna do any. I'm not gonna make fun of Flip Out anymore. He makes mistakes too. It's fine. This will be our last series of the night. It's a best of 5. Oh wait, you're on Ignition, are you? Aren't you, Kiwi? I didn't even notice that. Are you on Ignition? That's nice to see you. If you are, that's kind of cool. As yeah, we'll be Freak playing instead of Krevlo, so it looks like Freak might be a new starter for them. No, 6 figures. Oh, your 6 figures is manager. Yeah, you guys got a good team this season. From everything I've heard, and that's mostly been from the teams that I've done commentary for in the All-Star. You guys are apparently very scary, so I'm happy to see that, because I remember playing you last season. You guys swept us, but like everybody beat us. But yeah, you guys are definitely not as strong as you were last season. Last season you guys weren't very good. This season you guys are apparently a pretty strong team, so happy to see that from 6 figures. You up to good work. And you're already up to a good start here, having swept Astral Bebop in week 1. Again, speaking of Astral Bebop, we're waiting on them to join. Of course, Magic Kiwi. Hey, make sure to book me. I'm always up there to get 6 figures on my stream. Yeah, and another shout out. We've been doing this for every single game so far, but I'm so close to 1,000 followers. Look at that follow count. We're very close. Again, I posted it on Twitter as well. We're getting closer and closer to that mystical 1K. A number I thought I'd never reach in my streaming career, but here we are. Here we are. Slowly growing. It's now better match start time. We're just waiting on Skillers and company. And Ignition Academy are in the lobby. We're just waiting on Astral Bebop again. We can wait a little bit. Well, they are given some time to join in. There they are. There's Skillers, Sudoku, and Storyteller. Well, they came in on time, didn't they? I was going to mention about them being like a minute late, but it wouldn't really matter. And it definitely doesn't matter anymore because they're all in. Here we go. Best of 5. The new Ignition Academy versus a very similar but slightly different Astral Bebop, who are going to be using Bromac. It's Skillers, Bromac, Storyteller. There's Ignition Academy's Cody, the Freak, and Drazix. Here we go. It's Astral Bebop on the blue, Ignition Academy on the orange. Both these teams trying to come out. And again, for Ignition Academy, week 1 was a forfeit win. Not really what they wanted for the start of the season, but here comes a great start. And speaking of great starts, it's the Freak with his first ever goal in the Skyward series, and I think his first ever goal in Ignition Academy. A great debut for him, for this team. Again, if any of you don't know Ignition, a partner organization of mine, definitely should go show support to them. Again, back the other way is Astral Bebop, headed by Roman and Skillers, 2 players I have had. I only have good things to talk about those guys. Those are some really amazing people. Did commentary with Skillers back last season of Skyward series. That was fun. And of course, now they're the ones who are currently on the deficit. There's Ignition Academy trying to push up further. Drazix towards the corner. Storyteller back on target. Now in front for Skillers. Cleared away by the Freak, who has now made an impressive save in front of his own nets. Again, for a debut, he's looking pretty strong. The offense still coming from Bebop. Skillers looking to maybe find an alien field towards the net. Cody will save it off his crossbar. Storyteller hesitates. Past Freak. Shot on. Crossbar and out. Now still in front. It won't go in. Drazix gets rid of the danger. And it goes by Astral Bebop. Now it's Cody. Counterplay. Cody! Musty it in! The Ignition Academy! If there's one thing that's more dangerous than them holding play on offense, it's their transitions. As they're so fast, so lethal. Even when they had Ruby on their team, they were known for it. And now with the Freak, that stays consistent. This team, known for their counterattacks, known for their incredibly quick transition. Something that will catch any team that doesn't know that about them. Is now Freak. Looking for a third, he'll get it! As Bromek never even jumped for it. Ignition Academy. Now adding more to that lead. Bromek must not have expected Freak coming in that fast for that one. And now Ignition Academy with a strong lead, something that Bebop gonna have a tough time coming back from. It's Cody. Gonna make it even more dangerous. Stopped by Storyteller. Freak infield, looking for maybe a bump on Bromek. Bromek has to watch out about it because he is getting chased by him. Zeal brings the ball away, gets the flick, stopped by Cody. But now a double commit off the back wall. Drazix will clear it away. Won't go all that far away from the net, but it is enough time for Ignition Academy to reset to defense. As Bromek, second touch in front for Skillers. Freak will stop that one. Another great defensive stop here from Freak, who, again, came in. He's the new player on this team. And he's looking very strong. Now in front, Storyteller, bar, and out, Skillers. Cody with the stop, Freak trying to go through. Bromek. Offense for Bebop. They have a good amount of pressure here. Ignition Academy, our team that you can break down when you take their boost. So far, again, with this new roster, brings in a whole different kind of playstyle, a whole different way to beat them. And the big issue right now could be Freak, as, again, immediately in this game, he has made his mark known. Incredible saves on defense, great plays on offense. That clear there will help him out. Maybe become an assist in this one, as long as Cody can put it in. And he will. He took all the time he needed there. In fact, he took so much time, he took away Freak's assist. And he had so much time, and that was because of the overcommit from Astral Bebop. When you give a player like Cody that much time, he will use it to score. Ignition Academy looking to take game one here with a very dominant lead. Of course, that scoreline could change, especially with a miss here from Freak. Storyteller on, faking it. Not in, now in front, pinched away. Ignition Academy almost caught on defense there with a almost amazing fake goal there, but they get it away. They keep their net clean for the time being. I can't think it will stay that way, but especially with players like Bromek, who are really good playmakers. That's what he was so good at. He was good at shooting and scoring, but he was really, I think, in my opinion, just an even better playmaker. He used his incredibly strong consistency to set up his teammates at every point he can. Although on that play, he will get demoed, and now a miss. Cody down the field has no boost. Bromek will take it long. Bromek, known for that chef hat that he always wears. It's a consistent part of his attire. Is now. Skillers touched it, but Cody will look to get the clear. Skillers back towards the orange side of the field. Bromek won't get the second touch. Drazix. Boom it down, but it only goes so far before it's countered back. This one from Cody will break through the defense, though. Bromek bumped. In comes Drazix off the corner. Second play, that one just wide. The Freak. The Cody. Skillers will intercept. Ignition Academy. I haven't really relied. I've relied mostly on being able to follow each other up. They're just such a fast, consistent team. And again, those counterattack plays from them. Their ability to just change their pace of play so quickly, and they get even faster than what you thought was imaginable for this team. Something crazy. And again, the Freak coming in. He's already looking like he fits in so nicely. I mean, to fill in the vacant spot of Ruby is not an easy thing for this team to do. But they're able to get it done in the end, and this game one will be a testament to Ignition Academy now. They just look so good. That will end game one. Ignition Academy, again, they just played so much better there. They were a level ahead of Astral Bebop. That is only one game in this series. There's still a lot of time to go. We'll move on to game two, and we'll see just how much further Ignition Academy can take it. Or if Astral Bebop can find an answer. Because again, last game they didn't score even once. They lost 4-0. Now in this game, looking to change things around for the better. As it looks like a sub's coming in. Yes, Skiller's off. Daffy Duck's on. And Storyteller's also off. Sudoku and Daffy Ducks are joining in with Bromek. Astral Bebop not happy with that first iteration and how it played out. They're going to use this new one and see if that will make any difference. As Bromek with control got the flick. to Sudoku. Bromank trying to get the doink on it, but the Freak will cut it away. He's been persistent at challenging a lot of what Astral Bebop have to offer. As now Bromank off his own back wall. Cody trying to set up a play there, but it will only go towards Bromank. It was a light touch. Something that Bromank will have an issue with making contact with. There's now Cody down the field. Bromank almost challenged, but off the sidewall. Now bumped by Cody. Nation Academy are a team that can get scrappy when they want to. They don't generally evolve into that kind of play style, but they're a team that likes that will like to use bumps if they find that the right idea in the situations. I cannot speak. I'm tired, guys. I just stuttered so much there. It's like old casting me, like me from like a year ago. There's now Bromank down the field. Now off the corner, in for Daffy Ducks. Razix will stop him there. Cody. And Sudoku. The Freak. The touch, but he only gives it away. Now a pinch from Astral. Off the back wall. Cody. And now Sudoku off the back wall. Bromank coming in. A spinning touch. That's an interesting play from Bromank. Well, you question if now's the time for those kind of mechanical plays. That's what Bromank he's saying it is. As Daffy off the corner. Razix with the clear. Cody demoing Sudoku. Cody's getting very aggressive in this game. Trying to pave the way for Ignition Academy with blood. Well, I guess with car parts, so cars don't have blood. Don't focus on it. Cody will hold this one control towards the sidewall. Now he brings it around town. Sudoku will beat him out in that challenge zone on the back wall, and that'll prevent him from getting a pass in field. Ignition Academy trying to utilize each other more and more. As now 2 players committed. Razix will get back, but not in time. This should be one. It will be one for Astral Bebop. And Ignition Academy, very casual there from Freak and Cody. Both jumping at the exact same time. And those come from miscommunications where both players assume the other isn't going to jump for it. In that situation, you gotta call it off early. That's a common thing you hear players always ask about comms. You gotta calm as early as possible. Prevent those kind of situations. So Razix off the back wall, bounces right back down. Bromank to himself misses this. Daffy also misses. Sudoku's in an awkward position. The Freak gets bumped. Now downfield, stopped by Razix. Cody. The offense from Ignition Academy has since washed up in this game. Last game they were pretty reliant on the Freak getting their plays, and now having to work more as a unit, things are starting to become a little more difficult for them. Astral Bebop have sufficiently stopped the Freak's actions, and that demo will also help out. Removing the Freak from defense, another place where he was so strong. Right now, Astral Bebop keeping Ignition Academy scoreless. Very similar to what Ignition Academy did last game to Astral Bebop. Razix, dribble, stopped by Daffy Ducks. Of course, remember, it came off of some substitutions, 2 of them in fact for a game. Now Cody trying to find his way in field. In front, Razix trying to put it towards the net. It's slow, but it will be enough to go in. The Ignition Academy cut that lead in half. As Cody again off the back wall. He's trying to find his info passes. This one will connect in. The shot wasn't strong, but it didn't have to be. Ignition Academy trying to make a comeback in this game. Of course, Ignition Academy also 3 of the 4 players on this team celebrating the recent success of a win in the Blackline Academy series. We were able to talk with Ruby after his win on Execute Academy about that matchup. He was the captain of this team when they got that win. Now, Ignition Academy trying to continue that momentum run going. You know, they brought their organization their first ever win in a tournament, but they want another one. Cody off the back wall. Nothing there from the Freak. Bromank can clear it away. Razix. Upfield. Trying to create the offense in front for Razix! Oh, and he'll do it all himself. No help needed. As he had Cody in the midfield for him, but decided not to use him and decided to just go for the play himself off the back wall. And he'll finish it off, and Ignition Academy now tied things up with about a minute remaining. All they need is one more goal, and they'll be the ones in the lead. The first time in this game. Freak. A light touch away. Again, this game he's been a lot more quiet. Last game, he was the big headline for this team. Now, in this one, starting to see Drazik's improvement. And his offense. Every player on this Ignition team can play the offense when they need to. And the real question, again, was on the Freak. What was he going to do coming in, replacing Ruby? Obviously, as we've seen. He's done a pretty good amount of work for them. He's right now down the field from Astral Bebop, and wait a second, that one almost in. Ignition Academy just kind of waited back on defense. That ball almost trickled its way through the entirety of them. We'll be a bit fortunate to not get scored on there, as now seconds ticking away. Saved by Daffy Ducks on Drazix. Now Daffy towards the back wall. Cody collects it. Bromek in front. Drazix again will get a clear. And now maybe one more chance for Ignition Academy. Drazix in front, looking for Cody. That one looked like it could have gone in, but it hit the ground before it had the chance to. Is now overtime here in this game. Ignition Academy, best of fives can go so quickly. One goal for them, and they'll be up 2-0. This is a game that most teams would say should be won by Astral, not because well, for one, they played a lot better this game. But for another part, also, just in terms of the series, when you think about it, win here it will prevent them from having to make a reverse sweep, something that is very difficult, especially against teams like Ignition Academy, who are rated so highly. As now off this corner from Cody. He's been continually testing that back wall. Drazix, now he'll go after it. Bromek will go at the stop. Bromek off of Drazix, now Cody. Coming in with the play off the ceiling. To Duco. 50-50 with Cody there. No, sorry, the Freak there, not Cody. Phoenix. There's the Freak with the clear. The Freak again, I think if anybody's to really get a meaningful goal here, it could be him. Although again, Drazix only one away from completing a hat-trick in this game. As both teams not trying to play anything too aggressive here in front of the net. Ignition Academy continue to hold on, but they're looking for offense, looking for more. Sudoku will get past two. Cody, his touch, not very well received, but be fortunate the answer wasn't all that great either. As now on the sidewall, wins the challenge. In front for Bromek. Bromek downfield. Drazix. His touch is weak. Sudoku beats him out. One more maybe. Gets past the last defender. But Drazix will get back in time. Get the clear. Now the 50-50. Multiple challenge from Ignition Academy. They're looking for offense. They're looking for just one good chance for themselves to take. Cody. Off the back wall. Bounces away from the net. Bromek will read it. Now he's got a dribble. Few players commit from Ignition, but again, they keep the ball away, and they'll be looking for a clear here. Cody controls it, 50-50, going the wrong way. Back wall in front. Sudoku could have scored that. It's a great opportunity for him. No one from Ignition Academy was ready for it. So for Ignition Academy, just playing so defensively in this game. It feels like they're more so trying to play not to lose rather than to try to win. And that kind of mentality will hurt you, especially in overtime when you need to play, when you need to score. You need to be able to go upfield, the chance they have, because it's going to be coming right back at them. Sudoku, that's the game winner. And Astral Bebop will take a game back here as Ignition Academy in that overtime just felt like they were holding themselves back. Astral Bebop did not take advantage of the situation they had on offense immediately. And what Ignition could have done better there was to play more aggressive, play up higher up on the field, get earlier challenges, get each other more involved in the offense. Because ultimately, it just felt like they were just waiting back, trying to not lose rather than to win. There's now a follow coming in from Avixely. Thank you, Avixely, for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Now, this series has been guaranteed at least Game 4. We'll be going into Game 3. Astral Bebop take a game back in a long overtime. Ignition Academy again. It feels like they're holding themselves back. I'm going to say it here. I need to see that offense from them. Game 1, they looked incredible. I know a lot of it came off of the Freak, but I want to see Cody get himself involved. His demos were not a bad thing. Now, Game 3 coming in. Same roster from Bebop. They were happy with that last game. It did go to a long overtime, and they almost lost and they come back, but again, it was better than Game 1. Definitely that's something I can say about that. As now, Sudoku towards the back wall in front. The Freak cannot get the clear away. Cody towards the side wall. Got control of this. Maybe just looking for a shot. He had a play in field. Could have instead gone for the pass there. Might have been a better opportunity. Now Drazek's backing away. Freak. Aggressive challenge. He's been having difficulties actually getting to the ball ever since the end of Game 1. As Astral trying to adapt to this Ignition playstyle, but Cody on net, saved by Sudoku. Ignition Academy still hunting for maybe the first goal of this game. Sudoku will redirect it down the field. Cody will not be able to collect this one, and now Astral Bebop with offense. Daffy Ducks infield. The Freaks missed. Sudoku, that will be one. And a huge error from the Freak. Ever since Game 1, the questions have returned. Does the new addition to Ignition Academy live up to the hype? And right now, that mistake, that's not going to be a benefit to that question. That is going to cause issues for him. As now Cody just trying to put anything on that net. Sudoku will save. Over to Freak. Daffy Ducks jumping. Daffy Ducks in front for Bromank. Saved by Drazek. Sudoku on. Everybody commits, but no one can get it. Another goal for Astral Bebop. As Sudoku finds the net vulnerable and no one can get to it in time. Ignition Academy, another slow start in another game. And that's only going to continue here. That one saved by Daffy Ducks. Bromank off to the back wall, saved away by the Freak. Astral Bebop, just play after play. And what's really catching at Ignition is the quickness of these plays and how close they are to the net. They are up close and personal with this Ignition team. Well, now they are sitting back, but Bromank with the dunk. Saved back by Drazek. Drazek now. Drazek will clear away. Bromank had that touch, but it didn't go anywhere. Now Drazek's trying to shoot it. Again, passing option in field that he could have used. Cody will still get a goal from that. I don't know how he did that. He's just stronger. That's the only explanation I can have for this. Cody just has the muscles. I mean, he did have the momentum there for him, but that's an impressive 50-50. Is now off the sidewall. The Freak. Got a flip reset off of that. I don't know how important that was to his team, but it does get offense. Now Drazek can't read it. The Freak. My goodness, what a pinch! Oh, Ignition Academy! That was not expected, but it definitely was calculated. The Freak and Drazek go for the pinch, and I mean that just catches anybody off guard, being that fast. Out of nowhere, Ignition Academy tie things up with an unlikely goal. An answer may come from this Astral Bebop side. Again, their offense has been one of pressure, of unrelenting, and you know, just punishing everything. Even the non-mistakes Ignition Academy make. Just going after every single play, staying close, staying relevant, really. What's made their offense so good at this roster, but of course, Ignition Academy. The situation is very similar to last game, except this time, a lot more time left in this game for them. Of course, that also means more time for Astral Bebop, who is trying to get their first win of the season. A Freak off the corner. Sudoku went off the sidewall, now towards the midfield. Challenging Drazek's shots, saved by Bromank. Well, that offside anyways. Now Daffy. Almost got faked there by Cody, but he'll still find the infield pass. Now Cody's bumped out Drazek. Cody gonna go for it himself. Two players demoed from Ignition. Be respawning, but now they have to play some pretty strong defense here on low boost. Sudoku wanted a power shot there. Instead, got nothing. Those kind of situations where you're given a free shot are ones you have to take a little better than that. Especially again when you're given a free chance against a team like Ignition Academy, who is not going to try to give you many. As Drazix, what a touch there towards the corner. I thought for a second he was going to miss that, but I mean, he just hit it where it needed to go, away from the danger, away from anything that could have become a goal for Astral Bebop. But now here comes Bromank. That one stopped by Drazix. And now 2 players commit, 2 players miss from Bebop. Still gonna go for Demos trying to slow the offense, but Drazix dribble. His inability to deflect now allows Astral Bebop try to put one on to Freak down the field. Daffy Duck's off the sidewall. In front, Bromank. Hitting it long. Cody. Dunks by Bromank. Sudoku. Sudoku! Saved by the Freak. Astral Bebop, I mean, they're winning the shooting game right now. They have more shots. Feels like they have a lot more pressure. A lot more meaningful pressure, too. Look at this. 11 shots to 7. Again, I mean, if they keep doing what they're doing, something will break. So another team bump here resulted from Cody being a little too aggressive. It won't count as an issue. It won't be an issue for Ignition Academy, but this could be. Daffy Ducks couldn't put it in. Now looking for a bump. Drazix will still get the clear. He might go to another overtime. Maybe he's 2 in a row this series. Unless Bebop or Ignition Academy get one more chance in front. This one more shot. It will do it. It's Daffy Ducks. And now Astral Bebop on match points. They don't even need overtime. A double commits, panic from from Ignition Academy, and Astral Bebop trying to create an upset here in week 2. As Ignition Academy, what do they do here in between these games? They are definitely going to take this time to try to reset, because so far, it just feels like they're being held back. Bebop's offense is just a lot better right now. As Bebop, again, now only 1 away from winning it in week 2, evening up the scorelines to 1-1. Here we go. Game 3 is about ready to start. Again, Bebop not going to change their roster here. I mean, it's another close win, but ultimately you're going to have to win by close games against Ignition Academy. As again, all they need is one more game, Bebop. Series will be theirs. We'll see if they can get it here on Utopia Coliseum. Game 4. Important, to say the least, for both these teams. Ignition Academy. Again, this is technically kind of their first week, really. Playing together again, their week 1 win was a forfeit. But now, as you can see them, this is what the roster looks like, and right now, Bebop just starting to just use their offense. They have the stronger offense right now. And it is what's helping them go to success. Defenses actually feel quite even for these teams, but ultimately, again, Bebop has the better offense. Ignition Academy, again, it feels like their offense just isn't nearly as coordinated. A lot less bumps, a lot less passing plays. There's like a lot more just kind of shots here, trying to put a ton of shots on that net. And right now, Bebop is able to take advantage. Is able to take that and play it. As now the Freak bumped away. Really, after game 1, we have not heard anything from the Freak. He has been incredibly silent for this team. Again, his debut game was incredible, but ever since then, Ignition Academy are definitely treading water. Is now in front, Drazix with the clear. Bromank will demo out Cody, but it still will create a chance for Ignition. As Drazix towards the back wall, Bromank will get a light touch on it. Now in front, Sudoku and the Freak jump for it at the same time. Now Daffy Ducks over Cody. To Sudoku, back wall and away. Drazix will get the clear. And the follow coming in from Goose Milk. Thank you, Goose Milk, for the follow. Welcome, welcome, welcome. People will hit 1,000 tonight. Drazix pops it up. The Freak and Drazix both miss. It's gonna go towards the net here. Ignition Academy stop it, but only for a little bit. Sudoku will get the follow-up. And Ignition Academy... And they didn't get rid of the ball here, and that's gonna create issues. No matter what team you're in. And Astral Bebop will get the initial goal in this game. And if it stays this way, they'll win the series. There's a pinch. Thank you for the follow, Glass of Ice. Thank you very much. Cody now misses this. The Freak to the side wall. Now the Freak. Gonna get a touch on this. Drazix towards the back. Cody will now be on the ball. Maybe he's just following up himself. Trying to do what Drazix did last game. Sorry, 2 games ago, not last game, 2 games ago. But in the end, still won't work. And what a shot there from Bromank. What's the power on it? Drazix wasn't even in a horrible position for this. He wasn't in the best position he could have been. Not a horrible one, but look at the power that... He did not expect that kind of power off the bounce like that. And that's the thing about bounce shots. They can be deceptively powerful. 50-50. Daffy Ducks with the clear. Was net. Drazix will get this one. Now he's got the dribble. Maybe one more. Not through Daffy Ducks. Pulls its way out. The Freak misses. Cody. Up by Bromank as Astral Bebop playing strong defense. Drazix off the ceiling. No touch there. It will still roll its way towards net. He gets the bump in the end. And there we go. Ignition Academy's first goal in this game. Took them almost half the game to get there. A slow start. But again, if they have to start somewhere. If they want to go to Game 5, they need to win this game, and they got to get a goal from someplace. And even if it is scrappy, it will be enough for them. Now this one, Daffy Ducks. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, Daffy Ducks. Holy. Alright then, it's tied up. Daffy Ducks, I don't think he could have recreated that one, even if he tried 100 times. That is... I can't believe he scored that. I mean, Ignition Academy will take those. Now it's all tied up. Ignition Academy are getting some of the strangest goals I've seen. Some really strange goals. Not some of the strangest goals I've seen. That one was pretty strange, though. They're getting some interesting goals in this game. So, both of them have been pretty interesting. This one, though, is an overcommit. The Freak. Oh, he's just redirected away from the net. That would have been a goal for Drazix. The Freak. Oh, no. What is he doing there? He must have thought somebody else was back because there was no need for him to touch that. That was going in. Astral Bebop, it stays tied. Now in front. It's a shot. There it is from the Freak. He'll make up for his miss earlier to put in a go-ahead goal. And again, Ignition Academy now with the lead here. As there's now instead of their last couple games, they've now been able to complete the comeback. 50-50 to the side. This could actually go all the way in. Drazix will get up to it. Now a team bump in the midfield. Cody trying to take advantage. Bromank will still get the save. As long as Bromank is back on defense, it's very difficult to beat him. He is not mistake prone. He is probably one of the most consistent players in this league right now. Saying that, his peaks are generally not very high, nor do they come very often. That's the benefit of having him. He's consistent, but he isn't your peak player. He's not the player that's going to win you big matches. Play out of his mind. In fact, that usually comes from... But he does play super well with everybody else, and the whole team's playing well. He will look like he's playing, like he's peaking. He's just consistent. That's the thing about Bromank. He's consistent. Every time I've seen him play, he really hasn't ever skipped a beat. Right now, his team needs to get a goal back in front. Unfortunately, now they need 2 goals as Cody will put it in the back of the open net. As Ignition Academy make the bounce back. Yeah, I know. Bad timing there. I know. Bad timing there. I talked about consistency of Bebop, and immediately that mistake on the back wall will lead to a goal. But they'll look for an answer back. Bromank, oh, what a fake, what a flick. And that should be it. That will be it. Bromank will answer back. Right off the kickoff. And the fake. Look at it, he got the freak flying, and then he got the flick over Drazix. And lastly, just this little pop to go right up and over Cody's challenge. Don't worry, the caster curse is already gone. Don't worry about it. Astral Bebop will get a goal back here. Still down by 1, but it's better than being down by 2 goals. Now looking for a chance in front of the net. Good back, Bromank off the back wall. Drazix will read it, still dangerous. No one can read it, it's Daffy Ducks to tie it up. And just like last game, it's some late shenanigans from Astral Bebop. As that initial touch from the back wall was just not enough for Ignition Academy to get rid of the play. As now, cleared back by Bromank. The freak. 50 with Bromank, Cody jumping. Inches it. Now down the field over Sudoku. He'll hit the ground. We have overtime. We almost had overtime last game. As if the Astral Bebop 0-second goal won it. And in game 2 we did see overtime. It was won by Astral Bebop. This one could be anyone's though, and Ignition Academy need a goal if they want the series to go and continue onwards. They want a chance at winning in week 2. They need to force game 5. Drazix down the field. Second touch, Sudoku will win the 50-50. Cody, now he'll put one down. Bromank will get to it in time. As now Cody's missed this, Drazix will put it up the sidewall. Bromank will clear it back to Freak. Towards Bebop, Sudoku. The Freak trying to bump him away. Cody will now challenge. Ignition Academy using the players, now bump in front. Cody, couple bumps in front, pinched away, and it's gonna go in! Wait a second! What an ending! Ignition Academy sent everybody upfield! And the pinch from Astral Bebop will win it in Game 4 OT! And Bebop, from looking like they were going to lose this year, to losing this game, they win the series, right back at it. 3-1. What a quick turn of events. And that one now, an upset here in week 2. We've already seen some pretty crazy upsets. Another one coming in. But ultimately, will be a loss for Ignition Academy here. As some incredible goals coming in, some last second plays from Astral Bebop will be enough for them. As we'll see what's happening. As, yeah, we're gonna get an interview here with Skillers by the looks of it. Oh, thank you, Falcons. Thank you very much. No, you're the GOAT. You're the GOAT. I'm really tired right now, actually. This has not been my best day when it comes to my energy, but hey, we get through it all. As joining us here, the captain of Astral Bebop only played 1 game, but it's Skillers nonetheless. Hey, your team won. How does it feel taking down Ignition Academy, especially after having such a bad start in the season?
It feels really good, honestly. It feels good just because we're going up to the next tier. We did pretty good in the last in the tier below, the Challenger series. I just, towards the end of last circuit, we decided that we wanted to move up, and so it was going to be a challenge either way. But I was definitely glad to see some confidence coming into this match. Of course, I didn't continue on and after the first series, but I realized that type of gameplay wasn't going to make it in this series. So
yeah, I mean, again, big game 1. Oh, by the way, guys, I know you guys are saying there's an ad. I did not run that. That was run automatically. I have automatic ads on. That's probably what had happened there. My bad. I did not. Look here. We'll wait around for the chat actually, because apparently an ad just ran. Bad timing there.
It always happens.
That does happen. I mean, you know how it is. I think you've done some streaming. You know how it works. You're good now? All right. Apparently, I just want to hear at least one or two other people say that like all the ads are gone. Ads are gone. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Okay, cool. Sorry about that, guys. Don't know why that happened. I probably should turn that off. Usually when I run ads for interviews, I usually run them before the interview, not during. So if it ever happens during the interview, it's probably not me who's running it, because I'm not mean like that. Also, you guys should definitely hear Skillers talk about it. As again, now let's talk about it. The big decision was not in any of the games. It was in between Game 1 and Game 2. The situation to basically revamp the whole team. You kept Bromank, but you replaced yourself as well as Storyteller with Daffy Ducks and I'm trying to remember, and Sudoku.
Yeah.
What was the kind of the reasoning for that decision? Obviously, you lost badly in Game 1, but why specifically that roster? Because you rarely see teams replace 2 players.
Well, we ran some scrims before this matchup, and literally the last group that we ran was Sudoku, Bromank, and Daffy. And out of the 3 different groups that we ran, because Bromank's a newer member to the team, so we wanted to try some new things out. Out of any of the 3 groups that we tried, that was the group that applied the most pressure and scored the most. And so I wanted to go with the first group that we tried first, just to see if that maybe slower play could work out. But after that, I was like, screw it. Let's just go ahead and go with that group. And I never changed it after that. It was just perfect. That was kind of my reasoning in that.
Yeah, but it was close every single game. You guys had to win in either overtime or in the final seconds. In game 4, you had to do both to score in a couple of times in the final seconds and then win in overtime. I mean, were you guys ever nervous? Was the team ever nervous during that situation?
Me personally, I was kind of worried after the first game, but after we won the second game, I really wasn't that worried, honestly. It seemed like they had it locked down. Like, there was just a few minor mistakes here and there, but overall, they did a great job.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense as well. Again, a big win next week. I can tell you who your opponent is. You probably
I already know. Yeah.
It is Striker Exile. Oh, that's fun. You're going to go against Bromank's old team.
Yeah, Bromank's going against Bromank's old team.
Yeah, Bromank's going to go against his own older team here. That's a fun rivalry. I don't know if you know how Bromank feels about it, but how do you feel about this specifically? Obviously, next series, having the added pressure that you want to make sure that you can that Bromank has made the right decision to join your team.
Well, I think it'll be fun. I mean, I know me and him both, pretty much everybody on the team knows Bezo, and I talk with Bezo from time to time. He's a really chill dude, and there was no hard feelings as you would say, between the transaction or whatever. But so I think it'll end up being a fun game, honestly. I wouldn't even call it a rivalry, but
well, a rivalry isn't always created just because of players. It's usually created because teams play each other so often. We'll see if that happens here. Maybe it'll happen. A lot of teams do have their rivalries. Some teams don't, but
yeah.
Again, yeah. Next week against Exile, but hey, you got to think about the present right now. 1-1, a good scoreline to go into week 3 with. And again, congratulations on your wins. Do you have any shoutouts, any final messages for the stream?
Just like always, thank you for casting the game. Shout out to my boys, and also Astral United for being a great org to play for. That's about it.
Yep. Again, and my goodness, everybody's spamming chat now. But you guys know that water breaks only work once per person per stream, right? I think Bromack forgot about that rule. Although Gabe hasn't done one yet. I'll do one for you, Gabe. But again, these guys, every single time they go on stream, they continue to do this even though they forgot that's it only works once per person per stream. But anyways, again, congratulations on your win tonight against Ignition Academy.
Appreciate it.
You take them down in what actually became Ignition Academy's first match in the season. So again, congratulations on that. Play extremely well. Have an amazing rest of your night.
All right, appreciate it, man. Have a good one.
You too. There you go. I got the water for you all. Again, thank you so much. Literally, I have a feeling we're gonna hit 1,000 overnight. Again, we're so close to that 1K follower mark. I'm hoping that we can hit it soon. And while that's happening, let's get a raid going. Enough this night's madness. Let's go show some support, everybody. Have an amazing rest of your night. Yes, the VOD will be up after this. Do not worry, Squeesh. You'll be able to find your match. Everybody, again, take care. Have an amazing rest of your night. See you all tomorrow.